Welcome to Flashback Tracks. Travel back in time each Friday to an era of big hair, leg warmers, and Walkmans.
Far out.
Veg out with some clips from Downtime Broadcasting's promotional audio cassette magazine from the 80s and 90s, right here on the World Wide Web.
The following article, Make Awards Count, by Holly Rawlinson, copyright October 1988, is reprised with permission of Personnel Journal, Costa Mesa, California, all rights reserved.
Recognition for a job well done. According to the statistics, that's what employees want from their employer. In a recent survey conducted by the Houston-based American Productivity Center, 90.9% of the responding members said that recognition when I've done a job well is important or very important as a motivational factor. In fact, it ranked above competitive salary and pay clearly tied to performance, although both these factors received a high rating. Statistics also indicate that employers are making the effort to respond to this desire for recognition. As an example, a 1987 marketing study conducted by Personnel Journal revealed that subscriber organizations spent at least $694 million in the preceding year on employee recognition awards. This expenditure covered the standard gifts of jewelry or crystal to mark a service anniversary, to other gift items to reward employees for specific achievements such as meeting productivity goals. In addition, a survey of 171 companies conducted by the Bureau of National Affairs, BNA, found that 94% of respondents had one or more awards programs.
But are these companies enjoying any return on their substantial investment? Although 90.9% of respondents in the American Productivity Center survey ranked recognition for a job well done as a prime motivational factor, only 54.4% reported that their workplace provided such recognition. And in the 1987 survey, People, Pay, and Performance, conducted by Jerry McAdams, Vice President of Productivity for Merits Incorporated in Fenton, Missouri, only 30% of employers with recognition had any effect on employee productivity. Part of the problem may lie in a company's approach to and expectations of an employee recognition program. According to McAdams, the attitude of most companies is, we pay well, we're good managers, let's recognize our employees, and we'll get some productivity improvements. Technically, this doesn't work. McAdams goes on to explain that improvements in productivity can be expected only when companies link the recognition program to clearly defined goals that are achievable for the majority of employees. He says that the pervasive attitude is that American industry is like a sporting event. Structural or company-induced competition in which companies say, we will pick one employee to recognize over all others, is harmful because it breaks down, or at least doesn't encourage, cooperation. Also, this type of recognition is only motivational for the person who receives it. For the 95% of employees who aren't picked Employee of the Month and given an award, the recognition program has no effect.
It shouldn't be winners or losers, it should be earners. When you recognize earners, objectively and often, then the lines between recognition and performance merge, says McAdams. Studies on symbolic management seem to support the effectiveness of linking recognition and performance. Symbolic management is the use of material, verbal, or action symbols that provide meaning and understanding to the workings of an organization. For example, presenting employees with an award that symbolizes excellence at an awards dinner attended by the employee's peers, or giving an employee cash, again in a public setting, for achieving a specific goal, is more effective than a private word of thanks. The results of laboratory studies conducted by Casey Barzik, assistant professor of management at Purdue University, were that a management approach enriched by symbolic action causes workers to be more productive and satisfied with their jobs. In the study, productivity in the performance of an analytical task increased by approximately 10% when an award was linked to performance, as opposed to a non-symbolic approach in which the reward was not. Perhaps the most important point to remember when approaching any recognition program is to convey the feeling to employees that this company cares about me. When this is done, recognition becomes, according to McAdams, a morale builder, an opportunity to communicate, an opportunity to celebrate.
Travel back in time with us next Friday as we share more clips from the 80s and 90s on another rad episode of Flashback Tracks, exclusively on Promo Corner. Time to bounce.